A civilization is like a plant. Just as a tiny seed contains all the genetic information needed to grow into a huge tree, a civilization contains all the knowledge and infrastructure needed to grow into a superpower. But just as a tree eventually runs out of water and nutrients and collapses, civilizations eventually run out of energy and resources and collapse too. But why do they collapse? Why do some civilizations grow and others fall apart? To answer this question, we need to look at the system that all civilizations are a part of. You see, every civilization is a part of the global ecosystem. The global ecosystem is made up of the biosphere, the atmosphere, the hydrosphere, and the lithosphere. These four spheres work together to make Earth a habitable planet. They provide us with everything we need to survive: food, water, air, and even the minerals we use to build our houses. For example, the atmosphere protects us from the sun's harmful rays and makes it possible for life to exist on Earth. The hydrosphere gives us fresh water to drink and provides the energy that drives our weather and climate system. And the biosphere provides us with food and even the oxygen we breathe. So, as you can see, we humans are completely dependent on these four spheres. When we first started farming, we were only using a tiny fraction of the energy and resources that the Earth was producing. But as we developed new technologies, we began using more and more of the Earth's resources. For example, the Industrial Revolution led to the invention of machines that could produce goods on a large scale. This allowed us to produce more food, build more houses, and develop new technologies. But it also led to pollution and the burning of fossil fuels. As we developed more advanced technologies, we began to use more and more energy. Today, we use about 17% of the solar energy that reaches the Earth's surface. And if we continue to grow at our current rate, we will use 30% of the Earth's energy by 2050. But there's a problem. The Earth's resources are not infinite. We've already used up half of the world's accessible oil and natural gas, and 80% of the world's forests. So what happens when a civilization runs out of resources? Well, let's look at Easter Island as an example. Easter Island is a small island in the Indian Ocean. It's about 3,500 kilometers from the coast of Chile. In the 18th century, the Dutch explorer Jacob Roggewijn landed on the island and discovered a group of people who had built huge stone statues called moai. But by the time he arrived, the island's resources had already been depleted. The trees had been cut down, the soil had been eroded, and the island's population had been decimated by disease. The once great civilization of Easter Island had collapsed. Today, we are facing our own resource constraints. We are using up the world's oil, gas, and forests faster than they can be replenished, and we are polluting the air, water, and soil. If we don't change our ways, our civilization could be next. That's why it's so important that we understand the system that we are a part of and find ways to live within the limits of the Earth's resources. If we do, we can create a sustainable future for ourselves and for generations to come.